Hello, day number, I think it's 2. You lose count when you're out here. Time just flies when you're having a lot of fun. Friend of ours, Trevor Roth Rod Roddenberry from Roddenberry Entertainment with us. How you doing, guys?
Good.
Doing really good.
I'm at Comic-Con. What can I ask?
Yeah, we're out here. I would say in the sun, but believe me, it's hot. It is hot.
Well,
So
this is perfect right now. It's a little overcast, so
Yeah.
I'm actually very happy that there's a
Yeah.
little grayness out there.
So we're here. Usually we talk something really cool that you guys are doing. This one is really, really, really cool, and it's one of those that kind of like Inception, like where you have to watch it all the way through, and more than once, more than twice, even. It's called Instant. It's where is it? Is it on just on Roddenberry, or where is it?
Roddenberry's YouTube channel. Right, I'm sorry. Yeah, go to Roddenberry.com. Go to our YouTube channel. You can find it. And by the way, you can share it and embed it as well. We're really letting it go out there and people enjoy it and put it on your own page and just share it with the world because we want people to see it.
Yeah, sharing is caring, as we say. So again, we're not going to spoil it, obviously. So either one of you take it. What is Instant about?
Well, you talked to what it's about. And
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
get into.
So,
how we got there.
Instant for me is about moments. It's about a group of people who are thrown into this crazy moment in their lives, and the circumstances are such that, they start to question a lot about where they are and what they think and what perceptions they have of life and how they approach it. And then realize that something much larger is afoot that they didn't really realize, but really would impact anybody's life more than anything you would ever expect.
And we're being so coy with you. You've seen it, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously because it's really hard to say that much about it without kind of ruining it. And certainly, anyone watching this right now, please don't try to figure it out because it's not that hard to figure out. It's just you'll enjoy it more if it becomes a nice reveal to you.
It's a gateway, honestly. That again, like Inception, those kind of films where you watch it a few times, but then it should start a conversation. Like, wait, what would I do if I was in that situation? Maybe a little spoilery, but it answers kind of the question. If I could go back and redo something, what would I do? I mean, right?
Yeah. It
Well,
does.
let's play with that a little bit. If you guys could go back.
I gotta get a better answer.
Well, no. I mean, I'm gonna steal the character's line, and I'd go into the future. We're the Roddenberrys. The idea behind Star Trek, my father created, is this better future, where not only has technology come in and methodologies come in, but we as people, we are intellectually evolved. We're not afraid of things anymore. We're willing to listen to contrary ideas. We realize it's the diversity in ideas that make us grow as a species. So when that character says that, that's for me, that's the very Roddenberry moment because it's true idic. He says he wants to go to a future because things are going to be better, and I believe they are. I don't know when. We as a species have proven we've got a lot of learning to do still. All of us, me included.
Yeah.
We need to grow. We need to learn. We probably have to make some more mistakes, but there is a brighter future somewhere down the road for sure.
I've been thinking about this actually, and I do have an answer. I think, if you go back, and this is just something I would want to do for my own, but if you remember, like in the 50s, when there was just this feeling of optimism, in our nation. There was a feeling of, space exploration and invention and creation. And I think that there's a part of me that would love to enjoy that nostalgic philosophy, that feeling of that time. That at least I imagine being there. Maybe it wasn't in everyday life the way I would want it to be, but I feel like a lot of the things we're doing, are trying to capture that tonality and that feeling of what can be, and I think that's a very cool feeling that was around in that time.
Did you
What?
think of something?
Quite a few, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, a few I won't say because they get very spoilery, but one is, again, like one of the characters is what I want to go back and redo some things with my parents who are no longer with me.
Right.
Things like that. I mean, the other ones, they're a little spoilers, so I'll save those for after you guys see Instant.
I told you it's really hard
Yeah.
to do an interview about it without.
Now, I'm not like you guys. Like, okay, I want to tell you, but I can't tell you.
Right.
But let's talk a little bit about behind the scenes, like who came up with the idea, who wrote it, how did it come to you guys?
Well,
Give credit to Todd Beauchamp, who wrote Instant.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic talent, and he just had this story that was actually very personal to him that he wanted to tell, and he did it beautifully. Yeah.
This in the industry, you generally don't read unsolicited scripts, but this kind of came through a friend, and I read it, and it brought me to tears, and I was just so taken with it that I wanted to meet the team behind it, and of course we met with Todd, but we met with about 5 other guys, and they were from all different aspects of the industry, and they knew there was really no money in this. Short films, there's no money. We can't recoup any costs. But they were passionate. They were excited about it. They had day jobs, but this is something they really wanted to do together. So when I met them, when I found out why they wanted to do it, when I saw the passion and the fact that there was so little to no ego involved, I really wanted to be a part of the project. So Trevor read the script, he agreed, and we partnered up with him.
When you saw the script, is it pretty much what we see, or did?
Yeah, I mean, I think that definitely there were changes along the way that we worked on collaboratively with them, and that they also came up with, amongst, their core group as well. I think that the idea behind it, though, was definitely there when we found it. I think that the story was there. I think the reason for telling it and what it wanted to accomplish was all really laid out very, very well by Todd. And from there, it was about tweaking and massaging to make it maybe a slightly better film, more impactful, or even sometimes shorter. Keeping it to certain page lengths. But I definitely would say that it was a formed idea when it came to us, and it was a beautiful one.
Who and how got the actors, because they're perfect in the roles?
Yeah, I have to give a lot of credit to, I hate to, if anybody's out there that did so much, and we're not giving you credit, I apologize, but I will give Tony Janning a lot of credit because, one, he was our first actor. He was a producer that came on. He's a fantastic actor, and he played Gerald in the film. And, I think he was our starting point, and from there we were able to, grab other people like Tyler and Tara, Manu and Phil and Emily, and just create what really was a fantastic cast of people that not only could do the job well, but really wanted to do it and had that passion for this project as well. And we thank all of them for coming on board. It was really fantastic.
Yeah, so I mean, that's Instant. It's out now on what just on YouTube, or was?
Yeah, just check it out at
and share it
Roddenberry.com or
for sure.
YouTube, and please share it.
So that's Instant. Tell us what you can. What Roddenberry has coming up. Roddenberry Entertainment.
There's a number of things. Trevor's working on a number of entertainment projects. I usually pick up the projects that I find fun and interesting, and usually don't make any money. We're moving into the VR world. There's a company called Linden Labs who they did Second Life, and they've got their new version of that, the next generation, which is called Sansar. And so we're working with them, creating a space. I guess I can say it's basically we're going to have sort of a museum, but it's going to have a screening room, a conference room. You're going to be able to see props and costumes and all sorts of things. It sounds kind of crazy, but they do such high resolution scans on these items that we've had in our archives forever that you can walk right up to it and not touch it, but you can see the threads, you can see the little imperfections that are in it. So you can actually do this in VR, and it's actually quite amazing. But we also are going to be screening Instant August 16th, I believe, in the theater that we have. So
the virtual screening. It's the virtual premiere.
Yes.
Yeah, we're excited.
So yeah, so that's something that I'm kind of excited about right now, and it's a little bit of an offshoot from our podcast Mission Log, which I know you know of and we've talked about before.
Yeah.
But that's what I've got going. But Trevor's got a lot of fun projects.
Yeah, I mean, we're developing a lot of stuff right now, and it's great to be able to think about science fiction or genre entertainment in areas that you wouldn't normally think of. Animated stuff, non-scripted stuff, television and film. The world is our oyster in this way, and the properties that I think we'll be having coming out soon are very, very exciting to us. And of course, we're always making sure that Star Trek is healthy and living and exciting. And so, we continue to sort of live in both worlds of Roddenberry, where we're just trying to, make good on Gene's promise of substantive quality science fiction and genre content coming to people who love it, like the people here at Comic-Con.
Yeah, and so let them know where they can follow you guys, social media, websites.
Yeah, well, at Roddenberry on Facebook, you can find our Instagram. Always go to roddenberry.com. That's kind of our hub of information where you can find anything and everything that we're up to and doing. And we have a Twitter, I think is at Roddenberry as well. So all of those great social media things, you can look at us on all of them, and we make sure to keep you in tow as to what we're up to.
So Trevor Roth, Rod Roddenberry, always a pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Take care, guys.